Durham. I hope I got your name right. I'm sorry if I did. It looked like Durham, but it looks like Durham,
The
right?
A is silent.
The what?
A is silent.
Oh, Durham. Okay, so good. Thank you. I'm coming over to you right now. How are you guys? How are you? Is this the first time you've been to one of my events?
It is, yes.
Okay, so do you know much about me? You know, I talk to dead people, right?
Yes, I live in Phoenix. Not there right now, but I live there, and I've heard a lot about you.
Oh, good. Hopefully it's good stuff because there's a lot of
Yes.
people saying bad stuff about me too. So I
No.
hope you only I hope you only heard the good stuff. First off, I've got a male energy that wants to come through and make a connection with you right now, and he's coming off to your right hand side. So I don't know where you are, but it's almost like it's almost like a brother energy. It's off to the side, but it's complicated. So who's like the brother like energy to your side that's passed away?
I have a brother a half brother who passed away when he was 19.
I've never met you before, right?
No.
I've never spoken to you before, right?
Right.
Is there any way I would have known that? So a
No.
half brother would be like the brother-like figure that's coming through to make a connection with you right now. And there's
Yes.
some sort of weird circumstances about his passing, correct?
Well, he passed in a car accident. Oh, no, there was something weird. Yes. He was in a car accident, but he had no internal injuries whatsoever. He died because his brain slipped off the brainstem. Yeah.
And it's like that must have been some crash too. So it's like what he's talking about is he's coming through and he's making me feel like, Blair, you got to mention this because like this must have been like a spectacular crash. I don't know because he's not showing me, but this must have been spectacular where I should have been busted into pieces.
Yeah, it
And
was
I'm
really
like,
bad.
and I'm total like you got to understand from their perspective, Jennifer, they're not trying to freak you out. They're not trying to gross you out. These are called validations so that you know that it really is them. And he's like,
Yeah.
I should have been smashed to pieces, but I'm like perfect. I'm a perfect specimen with the exception of the brain slipping
Yes.
off, Blair. And you know what happens when your brain slips off the stem? You die. And he's like,
Yeah.
I see, I like the guys that have the weird senses of humor. He's a weirdo. And he's like, my brain slipped off the stem. How weird is that? How many? And like, I don't know of anybody. I really don't know of anybody. And he's like, how cool is that? He's like, and I know everybody sometimes when they're watching me, they're like, oh my God, he's joking about it. I'm not joking about it. He is.
Yeah.
It's an amazing thing. He wants you to know, in case you're wondering, he wants you to know that he passes real fast. Like he doesn't even know really what hits him, so to speak. No pun intended. But he's doing good, and he wants me to let you know that he's been following you. Do you have 3 kids?
There's 3 other siblings. There's 4 of us all together, and he passed, and then my sister has also passed. So, and I was actually just at his brother's house, which now I'm at my dad's beach house right now. So I was just with them, his full brother.
Okay, so I'm getting confused because I was assuming I made an assumption there. I thought he was talking about your kids. He's talking about the kids. So that's where I made the mistake. So I apologize. I mean, if I got the weird circumstances and I got the fact that your stepbrother is coming through, I'm going to give myself a pass on that one. But here's the thing. Yeah, he wants to acknowledge all of them as well. I need to let you know that it's not the length of life, it's the quality of life. And he lived life pretty fully in his short lifetime, and he enjoyed it. And he wants me to say, as they all do, just how much he loves you. He really wants me to say how much you really meant to him. Half, whatever, he saw you as
we were
being
really
like,
close.
I was just gonna say, you're doing my job for me. My job is to tell you stuff, okay? So there's a tightness there that was really, really special. He felt very protective of you. So not anybody would have been able to come along and date you. He would have been like, what's going on here, type of thing. Very, very protective of you. There's also something to do with, did you get his, I'm seeing a small box. It's almost a little tiny storage locker, almost like he's correcting me. He's showing me like a cigar box. He's showing me a cigar box with all kinds of paraphernalia inside the cigar box. So did you get a cigar box of his or a little box of items of his?
No, I didn't. We lived in a
You don't,
different state, so I didn't
did you
get
get a
anything.
box? Did you get a box of his stuff after he passed away?
I did not. No, I didn't
Okay.
get anything.
Well, there's something wrong there. There's something wrong there because you were supposed to have gotten something. I know that for a fact. Do you know what he's talking about when he says the little box of items?
It does kind of sound familiar, but I can't place it. It's been quite a while since his passing, so I don't know.
Okay, so a lot of times people come to these events, and this is a group session, it's a demonstration, and a lot of people think that because I'm a medium, I know everything. I don't. I'm only telling you what he's telling me. If you have a vague recollection of it, I want you to pursue that. Like, you don't have to jump on it like now, but if you're to contact the family members that are around still, there's something about a little box of his, and it was supposed to come to you for some reason. You were supposed to have gotten something. Maybe it accidentally got passed to somebody else. Maybe it got lost, stolen, who knows? But there's something significant about that. I don't know what the message is, but there's something in there. And I feel like there's something remnant in there that's supposed to come to you that will impact you in some way, shape, or form. I'm sorry it's vague because he's not being any more specific to me than that. But I feel like there's something like a small book or notebook. Did he write poetry or music or something along those lines?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
There's something about a little book. Something about a little book. He's showing me. He is showing me a thing that's called a moleskin, and that's like a little book that has an elastic around it. It's a brand. It's called a moleskin. Ernest Hemingway used to have one, and I actually use it to write down all my recipes for when I do my barbecuing. He's showing me that. So I feel like something was supposed to have come to you, and
Okay.
if you to get that, it would be of some benefit and help you. Probably just bring you some wonderful memories.
I'll ask his mom tomorrow.
Please do so. Please do so. I think you'll end up being quite surprised.
Okay.
Yeah, he's here. He says same thing. He's reaching out and he's gesturing like this. He's touching your hands. So I want you to know that he's holding your hands right now. He loves you very, very much. He really, really does. He says, hold on tight. Everything's going to be all right. You're doing good. Yeah. And you can't be suffering that much if you're in a beach house. I just saw everybody's eyes pop out, everybody else in COVID is in their little apartments and stuff like that. And you're in a beach house, like, so nobody has sympathy for you, Jennifer, tonight.
I just lost my job. That's why I'm spending some time here.
Well, good. I'm just teasing you here, but how has this healed you tonight?
It was very good, very healing. It's so good to hear from him. It's been definitely very hard with his passing. We were really close, and it's good to know he's with me.
Yeah. Here's a question for you. I asked it the last time. I'm going to ask it again. How do you know he's there with you?
Well, because you just told me, but actually,
fair enough. But
I
could have told you,
President
Elvis. If I said to you, Elvis is with you, would you believe me? I mean, how do you? No, I'm not BSing you.
I would, because I was just at Graceland the other day.
that was not, Elvis is not with you. I'm just joking. Okay, so. Oh my God! You lose your job, and you from Phoenix. You go to Graceland, and then you're down now in a beach house. Yeah. Nobody tonight has any sympathy for you tonight. I'm just telling you that. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, I'm on a trip, but to answer your question about Kevin, I just part of my trip is hitting some of my bucket list places and spending this time to kind of knock some things out, go to places I've never been. And one of them was to go visit my stepmom and my brother, which is his brother, and spend some time with family. And I was just up at his gravesite, my dad's gravesite, and I broke down, and it was, really difficult, but I've really felt close with my dad and my brother, and I've really felt them through this whole journey. And then being at the beach houses, I'm feeling my dad's presence here very much as well, and my brother Kevin. So I just feel the presence of them with me.
That's awesome. I don't know about the rest of you, but this reading is really resonating for me. And just to clarify, I was just joking about the Elvis thing. So Elvis is not sitting in there with you. So in case you're wondering, and he's not. I was just using that as a silly example, but it's really hilarious how I'll come up with silly examples and they fit too. Like it's crazy. But this might end up, depends on what people say at the end. This might be one of the ones that goes on Facebook. I got to tell you that. This has been a hoot doing a reading for you. Thank you very much. Love and light to you. And don't worry about the job. That's what he wants me to say that to you. Don't worry about the job. You have to be, some of us are in desperate times and we've got to go and deliver pizzas or whatever. In your case, take a break. That's what I'm being told to tell you. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks. You were a lot of fun to read for. Thank you so much.